Men, and study shows this, men have a difficult time making friends after 35. And this is the real reason why a lot of men are suffering in silence and suffering in their mental health, because of the lack of community and the lack of friendships.
What up, y'all? Happy long weekend. Happy Thanksgiving if you're in Canada. Happy Columbus Day if you're in the US, or whatever they're calling it now. I think there's a new name for Columbus Day stateside. But like I said, I'm trying something new with this vlogging thing. So here we go again. So I'm not a Bible thumper by any stretch of the imagination, but this year consistently I have been reading Proverbs every single day. Been studying Proverbs. For those who don't know, Proverbs is like the book of wisdom. Is the book of wisdom. And the other day I was reading Proverbs 15:22. Proverbs 15:22 that says, "Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed." Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. And I think about that because you talk about men, especially black men. We grow up with this do for self, got to do it on your own, prove your independence. It's tied to manhood, like especially within the black community. We almost kind of hate getting handouts. And I remember years ago, Drake came out with a song called No New Friends. It was a banger. It was a hit. And I'm here to tell you, No New Friends is the biggest lie. No New Friends is the biggest lie. And you just saw the clip there, the clip on Breakfast Club that said men over 35 have a difficult time making new friends. Men over 35 have a difficult time making new friends. And when I go back to, when we think about that Drake song, No New Friends, you know, a lot of people took that on as kind of like an anthem, a theme for their life, because they said, I don't need a lot of friends, which is true. You don't need a big crew, a large group of people. But the idea of stop making new friends is ridiculous. And it's something that could actually work against you, because your friends, more than likely, your friends are going to be a form of blessing to you. And I will go as far as saying that whatever you are praying for, if you pray, whatever you are meditating on, if you meditate, it is more than likely that the answer to that meditation or prayer is going to come through a friend that you know, most likely a friend that you recently met, or it's going to come through a person that you were recently introduced to from a friend that you just met, right? So our blessings are more than likely going to come from people in our network, and more than likely is going to be someone that you recently just met. So you'd be preventing yourself from your future blessings if you don't make new friends. And I bring this up because I think about myself. So I have a men's group. It's 4 of us, 4 guys, 4 black guys. We meet together every month. We're all in different industries. One's in real estate development, to be specific. One's in the health and wellness space, one of the best trainers in the city of Toronto. Another one is an author/writer. And then there's me, the advertising sales guy, right, in tech. And so we get together once a month and we talk all things. We talk health. We talk relationships of all levels and all kinds. We talk business, career. We talk about affairs, some of the things that we're struggling with, right? All the above. Nothing is really off the table when we get together, and we're very intentional and set goals and KPIs when we meet up in a month's time. And I bring this up here is because, you know, men in particular and black men especially have a challenging time coming together as a community and kind of supporting each other at a certain age. When you're young, you're very social. You kind of meet with all your friends all the time. But when you get older, you kind of, get into this, you kind of self-isolate a lot. And everyone self-isolates, especially when they're going through dark times or a transitional moment in their life. But that's like one of the worst things you can do when you're going through those times. And I'm not saying there's not a time and place for isolation, because there definitely is. But one of the best things you can do is to get around like-minded people when you're going through those transitional moments in your life. And this men's group, for me, I'm not going to go and say, that it saved my life, but it definitely came to me at one of the most transitional periods in my life. It definitely did. And these guys, I haven't even known them for that long, right? So most of them, 2 out of 3 of them, I met within the last 3 years. So they're relatively new friends, and which is why you can't subscribe to the mentality of no new friends, because 2 out of 3 of the guys in their group, I just met within the last 3 years, right? And they've been such a blessing to me. And now they're like brothers to me. And now I can call them and talk to them about just about damn near anything. And we got a support group, right? And so it's important that we don't limit ourselves to people that we just grew up with when we were in grade school or high school or went to college with. Now, I'm not saying to move past those friends that you have already. I'm just saying that at every stage of your life, you're going to need, or you should be open to, meeting new people, because each group of friends is going to help you to get to the next level or get through a next stage or phase in your life. And like I said before, it is more than likely that your blessing or your favor, whatever you've been asking for, praying for, meditating on, is going to come through somebody that you met recently within the last 2 or 3 years. I strongly believe that. So again, the worst thing you could do is subscribe to the mentality, no new friends. Your next blessing is going to come from that next person that you're going to meet or that you recently met. I put everything on that. Okay. Trust me on that. And I'll just say this to the men out there, to the black men out there. You don't got to do it on your own, man. Let's stop subscribing to this. I'm gonna do it on my own or do it by myself. Let's cut that out. We all have limitations. We all have strengths, and it's important to collaborate with people that can complement you, or you lack a certain skill set, or you lack a vision in a certain area. The answer that you're looking for, the solution that you're looking for, exists out there, and it's probably tied up into somebody that you haven't met yet. So that's my note for you guys. Stay safe. Have a wonderful long weekend. Have a wonderful week. Have a beautiful day. Connect, grow, all the good things. Peace and love.